What's the deal, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. So this has been one of the biggest hip hop news of the day. Camron and Jim Jones. And Cam just unloaded the full clip on Jimmy. Said he ain't really from Harlem. He's been basically following him around, trying to get on. He talked about how he want to be friends with people that put hands on, talk about True Life and Junior Mafia and all them. Like, Cam really went there. He really went there. Now, he made a lot of valid points. Because the narrative was that Cam was jealous of Jim Jones. See, I don't agree with that, because Cam was still making money off Jim. Why would you be jealous of that? It still had that Diplomat's imprint in the back of his albums. Now, what I think, however, is it's basically been a business relationship. And they never was really tight after the Rucker incident. That's where things started to become really fractured. But the Diplomat brand had a lot of juice in it. So therefore, they just went along with it. But that situation there was never hashed out. Camron running from the Rucker fight with Jim Jones. So, just like I said the other day, so to compensate what he felt was violated, he felt violated. When a man gets shot, when a man gets robbed, when a man gets beat down, he overcompensates. That's why you see the Jim Jones you see today with the over-the-top tough guy shit. That's why today you see him banging with the Bloods. That's why you see him trying to get into him with the gang shit, trying to build a reputation. And he had the money to do it. And with that came problems that he brought to the Diplomat brand. It had street credibility, but it also brought problems. Now, the only thing I will say is Cam was wrong in terms of saying that just because he didn't grow up in Harlem don't mean he from Harlem. I can't take that away from him. We can't take that away from Jim Jones. Jim Jones, so in other words, it was okay for him to claim Harlem when you was benefit off of it. When he was putting them joints out, Harlem, Harlem. When you was benefiting off of it, you let him claim Harlem. But now you guys are not in the best terms. He can't claim Harlem no more. Nah, man. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. And I'm being fair in the middle because I don't know these guys personally. I'm going by for what I've seen and what's documented. We ain't gonna take that from Jim, because Jim been waving that flag for New York City, and you know he been waving that. He been pushing that line. Even when Camron wasn't really as active on the music side, Jim really he knew he had to step it up. He stepped it up. He built his own brand. He shot his own videos. He pretty much became one of the greatest overachievers I've ever seen. I'm thinking what's going on is a lot of people don't like him personally because of his too cool for school attitude. Like, he could be very obnoxious, but a lot of that comes from insecurity, man. And being that he probably was bullied, he probably was punked, he built the chip on his shoulder. So he feel he has to overcompensate. Even when you look at the situation with 50 Cent, we was looking for that type of energy. Like, Nas didn't say anything detrimental to warrant a response to where Camron and Jim Jones could talk about R. Kelly in the face. The Jay-Z thing, Jim just jumped in out of nowhere. Jay-Z never said that man's name. But he jumped in. But see, here's where I also feel that Jay-Z really was the one that planted the seeds in the Dipset breakup. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This wasn't even 50. When Jay-Z responded to Jim Jones using that baller beat, that blew Jim's head up. That like, okay, now he acknowledging me. He ain't saying nothing to Camron. He'll say something that he ain't never acknowledged Camron. It'll probably be subliminal. But to take that man beat and address him, Jim Jones right there felt like he was on another page now. He felt like he was on the next level. When you got one of the top tiers of the game using your beat and dissing you. He didn't, and Camron was going at Jay for years. They're going back to the Let Me Know joint. He didn't get that response, but Jay-Z, he saw that was the biggest record they had. So he jumped on that beat. So I'm thinking Jay-Z played a role in that. 50 just escalated it a little further, so to speak, with the divide and conquer. See, when you beefing with these big dogs, you got to have your ducks in order. You got to have your soldiers ready. Because when one is feeling a sort of way, it's easy for them to feel and be possessed as a pawn. And that's exactly what 50 did to Jim, openly. He did that openly. So Camron, mind, he was sitting there thinking, damn, why Jim and Joel's ain't coming with that same energy with 50 like they were with Nas and Jay for me? See, you already did that. Now Cam feeling the sort of way like, damn, these niggas ain't saying nothing. But Cam was wrong on this here. And Joel said that. Now, that wasn't wrong with Camron had to take care of his mother. That comes first. But what Cam did not do, he didn't tell his team. A lot of people are leaving this stuff out. Joel's is sitting there like, damn, where's Cam? I can't get in touch with him. Jim's saying the same thing, like, he just dropped out of sight. That was that summer, 2007, when Camron just disappeared. And people were running with the joke, like, where Cam at? And 50 Cent was sitting there, was on 106 and Park, talking about he ain't been the same since True Life punched him in the eye. So, the narrative was True Life sent Camron hiding. And 50 Cent sent Camron hiding. And Joel's and them was like, damn, what's going on? There's an interview about that. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But all this ego stuff is sad, man, because those guys made legendary music together. All of them did. I'm just hoping it's not going to happen. I mean, the Outlaws broke up. Dipset broke up. ASAP Mob broke up. Who's next? Who's officially next? But I hate to see stuff like this, man, going into the public. But it's better for them to just go their separate ways than to just fake being cool, because we see how these fake reunions are. You know what I mean? We see how these fake reunions are. It ain't no love being shown. They just doing it for the bag. And we saw that with the verses. So it's best for them to not even do no music. But I know it seems like I'm rambling. I'm just giving my opinion on things. I felt both sides have their points, but both sides are also have their wrong points. And it's too late for them to come to the table right now. There's no more music coming involved with those two. That's done. That's a done deal right there. But at the same time, you would think, though, if Camron was really jealous of Jim Jones, Jim Jones could have still kept his name out there. Jim Jones, the brand, was cold for years before he came back to, when he came to Rock Nation. He was cold for years. Joel's been cold. So it ain't Camron holding them back. But let me know what you guys think of this, man. I mean, it's a sad day in hip-hop, man. The Dipset brand is finished. So holla at me.